I'm O'Day. That's Vicky. I'm me. You're you. We are we.
Oh my god, that was
That's
so
cheesy,
corny.
right? The You, Me,
Oh my
We
goodness.
podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to the You, Me, We podcast. I am O'Day.
I'm Vicky.
Yes, I am. I'm trying to be more professional. I am.
Isn't that when you just, what is that called when you take
I
two
know,
words
but
together?
we're doing like a.
It's called conjugating.
Sure. Conjugal words.
Conjugal.
I'm joking. It's like when you're doing that meme when you're doing 10-word essay or paragraph versus a 300-word whatever.
Yeah. You're doing the long one
Yeah.
to fill up the requirement.
So like I said, welcome back to the You, Me, We podcast. Brand new episode. So what's up?
What's up? Oh, I bought a bridal magazine.
Okay. We had a wedding filled past couple days. Wedding theme filled past couple days.
Yeah.
Secured some stuff. Or did some more planning.
Yeah. I was like, what did we secure?
Somewhat secured. We secured our wedding bands. and for those who are asking,
My vacation wedding bands.
and for those who are asking, I've wait. So that okay. So I guess decided on what I will do. For those who asked, since I have an engagement ring, what will I do when I get a band? So I found something that works for a man such as myself who is ahead of the game
Right.
and progressive.
Okay.
In wearing an engagement ring, I found a wedding band that fits
Okay.
with my ring, my engagement ring. Get like me.
Yeah, that'll be the bands I wear when I don't want to wear
People with
this
multiple
ring.
bands, you got money.
Where's that money?
You got a band for vacation,
None
a
of
band for
those
work,
match.
a band for the house. Okay,
None of those match.
you're rich.
You're corny.
Okay, I just have a band because I am a poor, humble soul.
Just because you're poor doesn't mean you're humble. We could take a walk down the street real quick.
Very true. What? Damn. Before we get into anything, I have a question for you. Something that came up today. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who follow me on Facebook, you probably saw it on my Facebook page.
If you're watching, I'm slouched because I'm filling out our profile on the Knot and reading.
Oh, we're doing that? We're doing the Knot?
No, it created a damn website for us. I didn't even ask for that.
We can do our own.
No, I don't want a website. Well, I mean, you want a website probably, but I know I don't.
We can send everyone there. Everyone that we want.
Let's put it like this. You can be in charge
Oh,
of
so
that.
you want all those text messages. So, Vicky, what's this? What's that? What's that? What's
You
this?
can be in charge of that. It created a website for us. I don't know why. But I'm not feeling anything and I'm not uploading any pictures. I'm just doing it because I'm reading the magazine. It's the first time. The last time I ever bought a bridal magazine was for a high school project.
Mm-hmm.
High school that was almost 15 years ago.
Okay.
So
So the question I have for you, let's say you're filling out paperwork, right? I want you to be honest here. You're filling out paperwork for childcare, right?
mhm.
And the question on that form is, how do you discipline your child? What do you put?
What are my options?
No, what do you write? You
There's
have
no
to-
options?
No, it's just a
You fill
short
in?
answer. Yeah. How do you discipline your child? You know, you're letting them know when your child takes naps, your child's favorite toy. What kind of does your child throw tantrums? When your child is frustrated, what does he or she do? How do you discipline your child? Answer that question honestly.
I scold them.
You're in Donald Trump's America. How
I
do you
scold
answer?
them.
You scold them? You're gonna elaborate?
No, I scold him. I say no.
Okay. You give him a stern talking to.
I don't give him a stern
Wink,
talking to.
wink.
He's a little kid. I scold him. I just very loudly say no.
You verbally scold him,
And I tell him he's a bad boy.
and that is all. And
That's all you need to know.
Is that all you're indicating on
This
the
is a
document?
need to know basis.
Gotcha.
I'm letting
Okay.
you know as much as I feel that you need to know.
Okay.
That's it.
Somebody on my Facebook commented that there's the Caribbean answer and there's the American answer.
Right. Depends. Like, who am I giving this paper to?
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not writing anything down that can be traced back to me. I learned that.
Okay.
No, you don't do that. That's how you walk into a lawsuit.
Yeah, but I definitely thought that, like,
But I even on the conversation, depending on who I'm having this conversation with,
mhm.
the answer will be either I scold them, or if I'm talking to one of my like-minded individuals, then I'm gonna tell you exactly what goes down.
And for anyone, don't overthink this conversation. And nowhere are we condoning child abuse or whatever. But in different cultures, different types of discipline are the norm. And when I say discipline, some people do a verbal.
You can just say do once and they get it.
Some
people do. Pause.
No. I don't want to do doo-doo.
So you want to do doo-doo?
I want to do doo-doo.
Okay.
I want to do doo-doo. Do-doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm trying to find a song that goes doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. No. But some people do just verbally say, hey, Tommy, you're being a bad boy. Stop that. And some people do, hey, Tommy, look that way. Pow. Catch Tommy off guard. And some people just say, "Bow." Don't even get Tommy's attention.
Why would you get Tommy off guard? That's
wrong.
That's messed up. You're just
and when I say bow, some people it's a slap on the hand. It's a spank. It's a item. But for some cultures that is the norm. And I was like, if some people were to honestly answer this question, I feel like they could be setting themselves up for repercussions. Because the culture that they're in or the country they're in doesn't condone that, or legally doesn't condone it, or just by societal norms, it's frowned upon. But yeah, it just really made me think when I saw that question. I was like, damn, this question could mess some people up, or make people stop to think, how do I answer this?
Set up.
Yeah, how do I answer this properly? So, if we were to ever come in contact with that question, because I was asking for a friend, we would say that we scold.
I scold.
Yeah.
I very loudly scold my child.
And you interpret that however you want to interpret that.
I yell at my kid.
There you go. All right. So what's up? We getting right into our conversation?
Wait, I want to know what you put for tantrums.
I think they asked, we were talking about me. No, I think they asked the question of, what does your child do when he's frustrated or upset? I think I put cry. I literally put says no in a exclamation point. He does do the whole no. He screams no, and I was gonna add in he is prone to throws whatever's in his hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
and he doesn't cry. He screeches he does this weird. No. Not crying. He goes like ah.
Yeah. He's like
it's not even. Yeah, it's not even crying. He just screams. Obnoxiously.
Yeah.
And then it's the throwing. The throwing is the most dangerous because it'll be like, oh, he's in a good mood. Wham! And there goes whatever was in his hand.
I think the funniest thing he does that sometimes precedes a possible tantrum is that if he wants something and you're not giving it to him, his response is thank you. He says thank you. Because for him it's like, hey, I said thank you. That means when he says thank you.
In what setting again?
Let's say he wants something, you don't give it to him. He goes,
oh, he just follows you around saying thank you.
Thank you. He's like, hey, I said thank you. You got to give it to me now.
Yeah, but he'll have his hand out and everything.
Like, my guy, I said thank you.
Yeah.
This is how you guys taught me that this works.
Yeah.
So when I get something, I say thank you. I'm going to get to the chase and just say thank you, and you can give it to me now because I have been a good boy. But anyways, so yeah, that was my little thought for the day that people joined in the conversation. I'm sure it'll continue. But I was curious as to what other people thought.
I'm sure most people lie.
Yeah. Oh, of course. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'll slap the hell out of that kid.
Yeah.
Not saying that's what we do.
No, hell no, never. You crazy. That sounded mad sarcastic.
I know. Never.
Me saying no, never.
Yeah.
No, I would never do that to my child. So, what else you asked me? Sorry, I'm trying to do 5 million things at once.
Can we just do the show? I'm just saying. I mean, if you want.
Yeah, we could do the show. They see me.
Yeah. Not if people listening.
Apparently, for people that are watching, apparently I am late on certain I guess milestones in your wedding planning. So yeah, and plus today I was running around like crazy. Yeah.
We're gonna get it done. I mean, for me and my groomsman.
Yeah, you're gonna have to add more. Sorry.
No, it's not happening.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Explain to the people what you're talking about.
I'm right now still deciding on a bridal party.
Still deciding?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because apparently I'm late on that too.
Mm-hmm. And by your bridal party, you mean your bridesmaids? You're deciding on your bridesmaids
and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Who it's gonna be? How many?
Yeah, literally having that conversation, looking at the magazine and recording the podcast.
Okay.
Your girl is multitasking,
Okay.
which means I am getting nothing done. Anyways, so O'Day is like, you can have as many people as you want. I'm only having one person. And I'm like, at first I was like, yeah, whatever floats your boat. The less I got to do, the less I am, like, the less I have to do, the more happy I am about it. But I'm a person that I really don't like odd numbers, and I don't like things to look odd. I really like...
It's not going to look odd.
Even...
One person walking by themselves, how does that look odd? 5 or 6 or 7 females walking by themselves. It's not uneven. It's one person walking by themselves. It's not
that.
uneven.
I'm not... You see, like, I'm not even thinking about that, because my intention was that everyone would walk in by themselves, because they are their own person. They're not couples.
Which is why I'm walking down the aisle after you.
Whatever. And my thing is, picture-wise, when you picture everyone up there, it's going to be way too many on the left and not enough on the right. It's
so
like that
why
evenness.
can't they just stand on both sides?
Why would they stand on both sides? Because...
So it can be even. So it can look more symmetrical.
Yeah, but my
Easy
party is so that they're watching my back as I'm doing this.
Oh, so your girls don't care about me.
Why would they go over?
Your girls don't care about... Because we are a couple. We are a union. And your friends, your family, my friends...
Wait, hold on.
Can I finish this bar? Can I finish this bar? Because it's going to be an awesome bar. Because my friends and my family, just like your friends and your family, got both of our backs throughout this journey we're about to take on.
And that journey doesn't start until we say I do. So until that point, they're on my side.
Even in a relationship, prior to getting married.
O'Day, let it go.
So
I need you to add more.
What Vicky's referring to from my end is that, which will not change, like I told Vicky, she can have as many bridesmaids as she would like.
However, you did say that, if you did want me to, I'll add people.
Come on. I want to go back to what I initially said, which will be...
I changed my mind on
Let me finish. There is no rule book, and that's not going to happen. You can't just tell me I'm going to add. It's not going to happen. Well, that's one thing I can say will not change. And my reasoning, I always said I would just have one person next to me. And this is nothing against any other close friends or family members that I have. I do have 2 younger brothers, both of which I played a part in their weddings. But the person, our officiant, is going to be a brother who I also look at him as my, I don't want to say religious, what's the word I'm looking for? Religious, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word I'm looking for. He's the person I go to for guidance. When I'm looking for that biblical reference to things, or I need some kind of guidance. He's been there for me for years, and luckily he's a reverend, and he can marry people, so he will be there marrying us. And the person next to me, I always said, will be my brother, my best friend Donald.
I never said he can't be there.
No. I'm just saying that's the only person I want standing up next to me. When Donald was married, I was by his. Yes, he had more people, but I was by his side. I'm the godfather of his kids, deadbeat godfather, but I'm a godfather to his kids. He's a godfather for Kalel. Him and I have cried, bled, everything together.
But I feel like you go on a Donald loving rant for like every other podcast. I'm not even joking.
Because that's my brother. And again, nothing against other friends and family members, but that's who I want next to me.
But even when we're not talking about anything wedding related, you
because
go on.
Donald has played a big part in the man that I am, and that's why he will be the only person standing next to me. I don't need to fill it with other people. That's because that's who has had my back. You're over Donald? Wow.
I'm over the entire conversation.
Why? Because I'll just spit in gems?
No, because I'm over it.
Anyways, well, Donald's going to be there having my back.
Congratulations.
And even from a distance, he will have your back.
Congrats.
And everyone else's back. And this family's back. And he will have the back of this union.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go just randomly filling people in.
Okay.
I'm joking. But anyways, we're going to get right into our conversation for the week.
Mm-hmm.
That you have been engaging in on the medias that are social. Shout out to the Officially Street podcast. They usually say it that way. I think Sayer says the medias that are social.
Okay.
Plug, check them out. The Officially Street podcast.
Okay.
talk. I'm about to go deeper into the plug. Or check out Cherry Poppins, her podcast, her blog, From Radio to Radiation. Shout out to Sayer So he got a new video series out behind the beats, kind of behind the scenes of him making beats and stuff. J Omega's album just came out recently. If you don't stop me, I'm gonna keep plugging random people. Go ahead.
Or you could just stick to our podcast.
Okay, go ahead. Wow, I'm gonna cut this clip up and send it to them and be like, look, she was trying to get me. She's trying to get me to stop plugging y'all.
You can.
Go ahead.
What was the topic?
So Vicky,
No, hold on. That was okay. So we added a new segment. I'll give you the background because they wasn't gonna do that. We added a new segment because of the way that you were gonna start. I already knew what you were gonna say.
I was gonna say Vicky posted on Instagram
exactly
to start the conversation.
Exactly. So the reason why I posted that was because we started a new segment, which is where you can like submit to us requests for advice or tips and things like that, and you received one regarding a friend.
The one about the vacation.
The vacation.
Yes,
right.
yes.
And then that turned into a conversation of dating, like, would you date your friends? I don't know how that turned into a conversation, but I know it sparked from there. Which then it turned into what O'Day was going to say, which is I posted a question. Well, I posted 3 questions because I posted 2 originally, but I had to post a third one because things got interesting from the first 2. So the first question was, would you date your friend's ex? And things got spicy. Like, let me tell you, I didn't expect
that many people on your friends list didn't have morals, or respect guy or girl code. Or friend code?
We didn't think that a lot of the listeners would, I guess, say, we didn't think, I just thought people were going to vote. So the topic was, the first one was dating a friend's ex. Would you? Yes, why not, or no? And 87% of people said no. 13% said yes. And just in case if anyone's wondering, genders really didn't play a part in it. One listener did say, I bet you all the no's are guys. And I was like, well, actually, a lot of the no's are women.
We respect guy code. Were a lot of yeses, guys?
There were more men saying yes than women. But overall, there was a lot more women saying no, but there was also twice as many men saying no.
How many people?
So so let me make this a little bit clearer. Out of the people that said yes, there were twice as many men than women that said yes. Of the people that said no, there was an overwhelmingly response from women saying no, but in comparison of just the men to those that said yes to no, there was twice as many men saying no than there were yeses.
What?
You didn't catch us because you weren't paying attention. Okay, look. From those
they got it. Go. They got it. My question is, what percentage, if you have to quickly put a number to it, what percentage?
I did.
No. Can I finish? What percentage said, added in that little extra, how long were they together though, kind of thing? Like,
well, then that's the thing. That's when it got interesting because people started submitting like different.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
It's like,
nothing is black and white except for the colors black and white. Like that's the only thing that's black and white.
I've never heard anybody add that second part, but
it's true. It's the only thing that's black and white.
I could see people adding in like, did they have relations?
Yeah, so exactly. So people were like, if they dated for a short period of time and it was nothing significant, then I don't feel like it should be a problem.
Okay.
Which is fair. And I'll elaborate a little bit on that in just a bit. Other people were like, no means no means no means no. There are way too many fish in the sea.
Guy code.
Let it go. There was a guy who was like, nah, that's guy code. But it's true because what if One is, what do you consider an ex? Is it just someone you were talking to? Is it someone that you were sleeping with casually as you were casually sleeping with other people?
Okay.
Is it someone? See, because to me, there's like different levels.
Because even okay.
But I do have. I'm not coming from completely outside of this of this question.
Oh.
I am prejudiced in what I'm saying.
Oh, you were messy?
I wasn't messy.
Well, I did used to date your best friend back in the day. No, I'm joking.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, it's supposed to be like.
You know, you never know.
No, I know.
You know, me and your sister probably hooked up back in the day.
Never. She's not into your type.
Smart, intellectual, beautiful. Referring to myself.
Anyways, so I'm not complete. I am prejudiced to the thing, and I was. One person was like, I didn't really care when my ex started dating my friend and it was a close friend, because the ex approached the person like and said, hey, I'm really into your friend. I don't want to disrespect. I don't want to cause drama, but I'm really into your friend, whatever. And I think at that point they were like,
yeah.
To me, that was a little bit free-spirited. But again, we don't know. Like, maybe she just didn't feel a bond with that person. And she's like, I don't care what you do. Like, get out of my face kind of thing.
Have you ever had that? Somebody ever came up to you and respectfully was like, yo, Vicky, I know you used to date X and X. Me and ABC kind of hit it off.
To be honest with you, I can't say yes and I can't say no because I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember if that happened, but I did approach someone.
About dating their ex?
Not dating. It wasn't their ex. It wasn't their ex, but I guess they had hooked up.
So you asked somebody for permission to hook up with their ex?
I didn't ask.
With their ex hookup?
I didn't ask for permission. First of all, I don't ask for permission from nobody.
Just ask for forgiveness.
I don't ask for forgiveness unless I absolutely have to.
True.
But I do not ask. I don't ask for permission and I don't ask for forgiveness if I don't feel like I did something wrong.
So what did you say?
So this is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say around what time because it's like pretty. Anyone who knows me and knows what I'm about to say, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
So in 1925.
Yes, in 1925.
When you were going to Harvard.
Yeah.
On a cold winter day.
You're annoying.
You went to your friend Jasminica.
What?
I'm trying to be as random as possible.
Okay, so
if you know what she's talking about, please DM me privately at Phoenix MPA. Give me all the tea.
So this is what happened. This guy approached me, and he wanted to get to know me, and immediately, I guess someone got wind of it, and was like, hey, just so that you know, I heard that he had hooked up with so-and-so not too long ago. And I was like, okay. So,
like, and?
No, so I was like, okay, I don't want to step on no toes. If this person got feelings for them, they were like, but he doesn't like her. Like, he doesn't have feelings for her.
They just hooked up, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was like, well, I don't know how she feels for him. So let me reach out and let me know, let me figure that out with them, because I'm not gonna be like, oh, but he wasn't feeling her. Like, at the end of the day, it was really more her. So I reached out to her and I told her straight about, I was like, hey, so and so is trying to get to know me. I heard that you guys hooked up. Do you have feelings for him? Will you be uncomfortable if I pursue this? And the person was like, girl, do your thing. Just know that he's a dog and he's a player.
You
and
were
I said,
challenge accepted.
Nah, I was like, well, I'm not really trying to be in a relationship with him, so I don't really care. And she was just like, I don't even care. Because to me, and this has always been my standing, not every girl that has either hooked up or dated a guy, not every girl is super serious about that. Just as you have the guys that are very, how do you call them? Not that they're very,
they're able to like, yeah, we get it.
Like they just don't hold
Attached? They don't attach themselves?
Yeah, like they're just like
or-
very flighty. Like they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
here. Girls are like that too. There are women, maybe not as many as men, but there are women that are just like that too. So I'm not here to assign her the girl who's clinging. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know that. So I was like, this might have been for her what it was for him. I don't know. But let me get the clarity on this. And when she was like, oh, I don't really care. Do your thing.
Like, do you, boo-boo?
Yeah, I was like, all right. Well, then it's all good. But it turned out that it was not all good. And she really wasn't, like, she held back on that. And I felt the wrath of that. And I'm like, well, how was I supposed to know? I asked you.
Right now, somebody listening like, because girls can't do that.
So I was like, how am I supposed to know?
Contrary to believe.
But I mean, that's water under the bridge. Nobody cares about that anymore. But that's why I'm a little prejudiced on it, because it is true. Some people, like, even if we know each other, that doesn't mean that was somebody special to you. Might have just been like, that could have been a rebound, and you're like, girl, I don't care, girl. I'm trying to forget that, But to some, like, how some people said, it depends the level of that relationship.
Yeah.
Some people were just like, if it's your ex, it's your ex. They're not your property. They don't belong to you for forever. But I was like that too, though. Like, no, you can't date so and so. Or like, you can't hook up with this guy because I already hooked up with him and that's already claimed for. Sorry.
What's your overall stance on that? On somebody coming to you to date your ex?
Right now?
Yeah.
I don't care.
You don't care?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So someone could date your ex, somebody you were serious with, and you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But at one point you weren't, you said.
At one point, I didn't even want. I was a very like. You can't even touch the ones that I played with. You can't touch those either.
You can't touch my toys.
Nope. You can't touch everything. Everything that was on my shelf there's only one. Sorry. That's not for sharing. I don't share those toys.
I'm the same way where you say you are now, but I'll say I've always been that way. And for me, it's always been, I don't care. I've had someone approach me prior to trying to date or get to know an ex of mine. And I have had someone call me and approach me like after they had already got or started to get to know someone I had dated. And both times I was just like, yo, I'm not with that person anymore. You're my boy. I'm cool. Like, we're cool. I want to see you happy. Me and that person are friends. So, hey, go right ahead. One of my boys was definitely on some like, yo, I heard you and XYZ broke up or not dating anymore. I was like, yeah. He was like, so I guess maybe it's a guy thing. He was like, so I could
yeah, I think that's a guy thing.
I could, I was like, bro, go ahead. You approach her.
Yeah, I think it was for a time that I just didn't want anyone getting their hands on what I had my hands on.
Mm-hmm. No, I've always been cool with it. Because like somebody said in the comments,
but
like,
depending like on how serious it was,
I don't know.
The relationships were very fleeting at this time that I was like dating.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want people touching my stuff. It was just like that. Like, I just didn't want you touching anything. But now, right now, like today, if somebody were to hit me up and say, hey, I ran into so-and-so but I know that you got a history with that person, I'd be like, all right.
Could
have fun. Like, that got nothing to do with me.
Okay, roles reverse.
And then that was the next question.
Yeah.
The next question. Well, yeah, you know what? That was the third question. The third question was, let me reverse the roles. Would you date your ex's friend? Okay. Meaning, would you be okay would you date your ex's friend? Because that's roles reversed.
What about dating your friend's ex? Did you ask that? Like you personally,
yeah,
not someone
that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Someone dating. Would you date your friend's ex?
Your friend's ex. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the other one was, would you date your ex's friend?
So okay.
Would you date their friend?
So I guess my question to you, that part, would you date your friend's ex? Yeah. Would you date your friend's ex? Ever?
Oh, we're talking about the first question.
No. Okay.
So I already answered that.
No, well, I guess now, like, would you? You said you've
right
done it
now.
but you said you.
That was like fleeting.
Yeah, but you said you didn't really felt the need to check in and whatever, but you did. You approached the person.
No, I felt that. No. Let me clarify that. I felt the need. It wasn't checking in and asking for permission are two different things.
I was talking about asking for permission.
No. But it's good that you said that because people have that misinterpretation of it. Like they think that when you hit your friend up that you're asking for permission.
I'm just letting
you're not asking for permission. You're being considerate.
Yeah.
You're not saying, can I? You're asking, are you okay? You're checking in on your friend. Like, that's not, like, remove yourself out of it. You're checking in on your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the need that I had to do that, which is why I did it, because if the roles were reversed, I would find it disrespectful that someone didn't reach out to me.
Gotcha.
So that's why I reached out, because if it was roles were reversed and I found out that this person actually knew that I did hook up with this person prior to them dating, then yeah. I'd be like, damn, girl, you didn't even, what if I liked them?
Yeah.
You know?
So I said,
you never know. During those times, you really never know.
Like I said, I'm totally cool with, I was and still am totally cool with somebody dating my ex. But for me, if the roles were reversed, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't date a friend's ex. Because I just feel like you never know what you're going to get, the response. So I would never do it. I've never done it. I think I did it once when I was in like sixth grade.
It's interesting you say that, because there were 2 or 3 people actually that said, I am totally open to dating my ex's friend, but I would never
date my
friend's ex. I'm like, right? So you'll participate in the shenanigans, but you won't, like, you'll be the bystander of the shenanigans, but you won't participate in it. I don't understand.
Okay, so what was the third one? The third question was that.
No, that was the third question. So I had to flip it because you know what? It didn't even cross my mind of the ex's friend.
So what's the flip of the third question?
That was the. Okay, let's put names to it, because I think you're getting confused. Okay, let's say we'll just use me and you for an example.
Okay.
Would you be okay dating? Okay, friend's ex, your friend's ex.
Okay.
Would you be okay? Are you cool with dating? I don't know. Give me a name of a friend.
Donald.
Yeah.
Dating
okay.
Donald. So you're Donald's ex.
No.
Okay.
Leave me out of it.
Okay.
Would you date Donald's ex?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Would you?
No, it's funny. That pause, people can be like, was he just going down the line of Donald's exes? That's why I paused. No, that's not why.
Would you be okay if Donald dated one of your exes?
Sure.
Okay, that's what it was. That was the reverse.
Okay. He probably would. He's a scumbag. I'm joking. He's not a scumbag. but yeah, I'd be cool with him dating an ex of mine.
You wouldn't date one of his?
I wouldn't date one of his exes.
Okay.
Because I know where Donald's been. I'm just. I'm joking. Donald is a happily married man with a beautiful family.
To me, that's where I draw the line. If you had kids, or if you were married, the answer is hails to the gnaw, to the gnaw, to the gnaw.
So none of your friends can date me if we were to divorce.
I'm not saying that they can't.
So what you're saying is there's a chance.
What I'm saying is that you can. I just can't promise you that you will live a day after the day I find out. So
all of Vicky's friends, if you're trying to, YOLO, get a brother up in about 3-4 years.
If you're trying to cut your life short, you can do it. And on Day's life.
So you're not going to acknowledge I just put a time period on our marriage?
I'm not going to pay attention to that.
Should. Go ahead.
So, that was, and we got a lot of responses because people were like, don't ever.
What was the spiciest? What was the most reckless one?
The reckless one to me is I would never date my friend's ex, but I am currently dating my ex's friend. I was like, whoa, hold up. And I was just like, yo, that was mad crazy.
Did the person elaborate on how messy it's gotten?
They're no longer friends.
So the friend.
Her ex and her new boyfriend are no longer friends. She was like, obviously. I'm like, oh my Lord.
How did she go about it?
I don't know. I didn't ask for details.
Okay.
I don't ask for details. But the people that said like, oh, I'm totally cool. There's nothing wrong with me dating my ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriend's friends. And I'm like, would you be okay if your ex dated your friends?
The hell no.
Like, would you be okay if your ex dated your friends? And they're like, sure. I was like, oh, well then that at least is fair. That's fair.
Wait, so I asked you. So, you and I divorced?
No.
No to what I'm about to ask, or no to that part? You and I divorced?
No to everything.
Okay, we're just dating. We break up.
Okay.
My friend approaches you.
Oh, and when I had that, people were like, "Yo, it'd be your own LSs and your own LBs
Can you
and your exes
talk about that
inbox,
for
though."
talk about that for the Greeks and non-Greeks that are
Okay, so
listening
for
right now?
Greek life, sororities and fraternities,
Yes.
LS is a line sister.
No. Well, yeah. He's not going
LB
into
line brother.
detail,
Yeah.
Little backstory.
And in Greek life, I mean, life
For those
it
GDIs.
is very, very, very small, and the dating pool is even smaller.
I
And
feel like we talked about this.
we did like a Greek life kind of thing.
Yeah.
And when you would break up with the person you would break up with someone else that's in another organization, obviously. Well, not always the case, but sometimes, yeah. Their fraternity brothers, their like the people they're close to in that frat and everything would inbox you or be like, hey, I know you're not with them no more.
Some people now. This isn't a.
This isn't all of them,
this isn't all
obviously.
good.
No,
But this happens.
But
This
it does
happens.
happen that they'll be like,
This could happen
"Hey."
on an athletic team. This could happen.
Right. It
whatever.
could be like
so that kind of setting. That setting
Right,
where like that family setting kind
right.
of thing. Hey, even in a family, the brothers
in a
are,
family, the brothers are fighting. I actually know of people with that.
They'd be
They're
like, hey,
cousins and brothers.
I know you guys didn't work out.
They have
but
kids with the same woman, and
Michael Jackson's brothers.
I don't know about
Jermaine and Tito. Someone
I
of
don't
his.
know about
Some kid cousins are cousins.
So yeah,
cousin
they were
sisters.
cousin sisters. Yeah. So
Custers or who was it? I think it was. I'm sorry. It's the Officially Street podcast. So they're talking about buzzins, which is brothers and cousins.
brothers and cousins.
I think it was from a comedy sketch. I think.
So
Yeah.
so
Buzzins.
they were talking about that, and that is true. That does happen. That happened to me too. But I don't
Wait,
know.
what? You said that happens to you?
That happened to me. That happened to me where I broke up with someone
okay.
from me and the person broke up, and their fraternity brother literally like the next day was like, "Hey girl, what's the?"
Was that when we broke up? Do I gotta fight one of my brothers?
No.
No, I'm joking. They don't want you.
However, why are you like that?
What?
Oh my God, you just walking into it. Yo, I'll tell you later. Just remind me. Anyways, so the third question was, have you ever made a friend with your significant other's ex?
Have
you ever became friends with your significant
friends? Just friends. Nothing salacious. Just friends.
friends?
Have
What do you
ever-
mean salacious?
You said, have you ever become friends with your ex's?
With your ex's ex?
Oh, okay. Friends with your ex's ex. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I do have exes who me and their current. Is that you said? But all exes we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Me and their current partner.
An ex is an ex. I mean,
We're cool.
Like how cool?
Like I've supported their ventures and stuff. Like some of the things they've been involved in. I've
Yeah, wait, I'm gonna need you to elaborate.
not so much exes.
And when we stop recording, I want names.
Not so much. Okay, I'll give you an example. People I have DJ'd weddings of people I've dated.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've DJ'd weddings of people that I've dated in the past. And
yeah, you're right.
and
You are friends with your exes.
Yeah, and this isn't like a big secret.
No, well
if you do the math.
they are friends. Well, yeah, because at the
He
time
is a friend with his exes. He's a friend with his current ex.
with his current ex. Yeah.
Not so much ex. Cause
Well, your significant. The question really was: have you ever became friends with your significant other's ex? So
Okay.
whether it's your current significant other or an ex, your significant other who's now an ex.
Mm.
So yes, you have became friends with your significant others. Well, it would be him.
Yeah,
He became friends with
Yeah.
his significant other's ex.
Yes.
Yes.
For me, I don't think I've ever friended.
But you have friended your significant other's significant other. Your ex's significant other. So I guess that would be the reverse of the
I guess
question.
in situations going back to like the first or second question where where someone that was already a friend dated my ex, we were still friends. So me and him still interacted, saw each other, and it was all cool.
But you guys didn't get to know each other because of that person.
No,
you
no,
were
we knew each
already
other-
friends.
we knew
See,
each
like
other
that's a
prior.
little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
different
yeah.
because you're already
Yeah.
friends.
But I've definitely like been cordial, like pieced up. My
No, I mean like
ex's
friends.
No,
Because at that
no,
point you're just
no.
being, mature.
Yeah, no, but not to the point where we're best buds. No.
And now where you like keep in touch.
Yeah.
This is so funny. So I became friends, like really, really good friends with. This is so messy. I'm just laughing because I know that she's gonna listen to this and she's gonna start cracking up because she knows exactly
I am
who she
all
is.
ears.
Okay, so I guess this is a story time for the podcast. So the same trash ass dude that I asked that first person about, like, hey, I heard you hooked up with him. Are you cool if
By
I hook up
you
with
mean
him?
held hands. Go ahead.
Of course. Held hands walking to church. And they were like, be with God. He's a player. He's a dog. Just beware.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out, to clarify, I was not in a relationship with this guy just yet. And turns out that he was actually already dating someone.
So there was a third
at the
party.
time.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun.
there was I was the third person because I came late to the party. It was like,
you messy.
I didn't know. I was the newest member to this little love triangle, and I didn't actually. At this point, we're at a square because there was 3 other people. So, no, yeah, because there's 4 people.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know this, and then I found out the craziest way. Like, my line sister
Hit you up on me, gente.
from,
and was
but like my
yo.
line. But let me tell you, my line sister from TCNJ. So anyone that's not from New Jersey, TCNJ is down by Trenton, which is still technically Central Jersey, but is really South Jersey. So it's down by
on this show. We say Trenton.
Trenton.
Okay, continue.
So it's all the way down by Trenton, and I went to school in Mahwah. So anyone that doesn't know where Mahwah is literally right outside of New York State. So
Boondocks, if you will.
So randomly, I'm getting ready to go an event, a Greek event. 'Cause this person's Greek. Actually, I think it's their Greek event.
You are getting messy right now.
I said Greek.
Go
I didn't say anything.
Go ahead.
So I'm getting ready to go to this event. My line sister from TCNJ calls me and she's like, "Hey, are you talking to
Are you
or
holding
getting
hands?
to know? Are you getting to know ABC?" And I was like,
That's actually the person's initials. Do the math.
"Yeah, sure." So I'm like, "Oh my God, yeah. How did you know that? Like, I literally just started like getting to know him like a week ago."
Oh my God, me too.
And she's like, "Oh my goodness, that's my college roommate is dating that guy." And I was like, "What?" So that was the first interaction of me and this girl ever. We were the side pieces to this guy. Like, this is how we came to know each other. And the reason why we came to know this is because the college roommate vented to her college roommate. And she had found me and she was like, "Oh, because like who names their kid Vicky Anna? What kind of freaking name is that?" And then my line sister's like, "Hold up, that is a very uncommon name."
She's like, "Who's this salsa dip?"
She's like Vicky Anna, and she's like, "What is like? You know what school she goes to?" And she told her the school, and she was like, "Wait, hold up." And then that's when she called me, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's you," and.
Like, that's you. My friend's about to come beat you up.
And that's how me and
your
this
hands
girl
ready.
got to know. Like we came to know of one another. I like to say, as honorably, because the guy was so trash, I took a hit
But
for
you
the
liked
entire.
him, though.
I took a hit for the entire squad, and ended up dating this guy. And I know.
After you found out
I know.
that you were 4th in the triangle. Wow.
So
Feminist. Fake.
no, I think this is when feminism finally kicked in when we broke up.
Okay.
But me and her actually started to get to know each other, me and the girl. And we
So she was cool with
kept in
you,
touch.
even though after y'all acknowledged.
She was cool with me. And even when I was dating him and I sometimes would bring him around, she did not like this guy. I know I was garbage.
trash.
I was garbage. And at that moment I didn't even see it like that.
You was on some like, girl, you right.
Because
he nasty. How
she
dare
started
he do
dating another
this?
guy.
Oh, so it's cool.
No, yeah, well, that's what I
You're
thought.
trash, yo.
But I was trash for that. But we remained actually pretty cool.
Mhm.
And then I mean, alarms, like well, not alarms, bells went off when I broke it off with a guy, because we were like, girl, and then we just went ham talking about this guy, and like to this day we don't talk about him because we have like much better things to discuss, but we are still friends. Like when she comes to town, I go to visit her, we keep in touch, like we're really, really good friends.
When it was funny.
That's crazy. And I kind of feel, not for nothing, but to all my friends, don't get offended, but I kind of feel like if she lived in Jersey, we would be like inseparable, because we're like each other's spirit animal. It's crazy.
It was funny. He's listening to this right now going, I still held hands with all y'all though. All of us still went to church together, so whatever.
I know, but some of us moved up in life, and it's crazy.
And his response is still, I still held hands with all y'all.
Hey, if you want to reminisce about those broke days, and it's cool.
Anyways.
But yeah, I did. I became really good friends via the significant other person, their ex. I did become really good friends.
To kind of touch on that, one thing I thought about regarding that whole thing, dating your ex or dating a friend's ex or whatever, I thought about like my rule of thumb. And my rule of thumb is like, if we are in any way, if we're friends, no, I'm not dating your ex. If we have done business together in some way, I'm not dating your ex. So there's guys that I've done business with, and I know their ex. I was like, yo, I would never date her, even though him and I weren't like friends or like best friends. I knew him. We did business. I've dapped it up with him once or twice or a couple times. So you know what? I was like, nah, I was never
that dap solidifies, yo.
That's
bro code. I got you.
Even though we ain't like tight, we just established, or we made money together.
But some people said, I'm not letting no possible matches to the love of my life pass me by. So if that's a friend of an ex or whatever, it's all fair game.
Okay.
A lot of people. One person said that's how they met their husband, and they are like inseparable. Dating their ex's friend, and she's super happy.
She messy.
That's not messy. And she was like, "Oh, my ex is like the worst piece of human trash in the world." And I'm like, well, I mean, we could have a competition on that.
You know what he's saying right now? We still held hands though. I could be the worst human. You still held hands with this worst piece of human trash.
Yeah, but like
garbage woman. That's what he calls her.
But yeah, so a lot of people said that. Actually, a lot of people agreed that they're not going to let that moment pass them by just because that's the friend of a ex. Like, who cares when I'm not with that person anymore?
So for all you know, Donald could be your perfect match. No offense to Donald's wife. I said Donald and his wife get a divorce. You and I get divorced, and Donald just comes into your life and sweeps you off your feet.
No.
You're going to be like, oh, even though you're the best thing that happened to me, I can't because you're O'Day's best friend.
No.
Wow, you gonna let that block your blessings?
Yeah.
Donald's a catch.
Okay.
Erica already caught him.
Exactly. That was her catch.
Okay. No, but in this alternate universe, they got divorced too. You and I got divorced. They got divorced. And Donald comes through on some
Okay, the reason why O'Day's talking about alternate universes is because we had a conversation about this last night. And it's because of a book I'm reading, which is a really good book. I was listening to it. I finished it already.
So
It's called
I've been
Dark
talking
Matter.
to Vicky about the books that she's been reading.
I listen to them.
Not only is she
audiobooks.
Okay, let me know if I'm wrong. Not only is Vicky listening to audiobooks, you speed them up a little bit.
I do them at 1.25 times faster.
The book's like, in comes the author. I'm like, slow it down and listen to the book.
No, because if it's too slow, I lose focus. So I need it to be a certain speed for me to actually stay in the rhythm of the book.
Because page 1, they call me Ishmael.
Yeah.
Vicky does not get the reference because...
No, I don't.
Moby Dick?
No.
Wow, you trash.
Anyways, so I was reading this book, and it's about the dark matter in the sky, whatever. And it's about the alternate universes and how this guy was a quantum physics professor, and he found a way to go be able to see all the ways that your life broke and broke off and became a new alternate universe.
Yeah.
Like every time you had to make a decision,
That's a new
bam,
timeline.
that's a new timeline.
10 new timelines that
Right.
appear. Yeah. For those of
Right.
you who are into like alternate multiverse, you probably
Right.
you're probably a fan of The Flash.
So
or, you know.
so that's why O'Day was saying that. But that would never. Donald has never, like, there would never be an alternate universe of that.
Okay. So I think have Donald and I ever?
I've never, like, there would never
They-
be an alternate universe of that because it's not like I met Donald and then I was friends with him and then I met
Have you
you.
ever- have
It
you
was
ever-
never like that.
Have
Like,
you
there
ever
was never.
gazed into Donald's eyes? Magical.
Do you want to marry Donald? And
I
I'll
mean,
stand behind you guys?
Stress free. We know each other.
That's cool with me.
Had my back for like since we were in high school.
That is
Donald, hit me up. Let's do this.
cool. Oh my God.
Can we do that in Trump's America?
Yes, you
We can?
can.
Okay,
You-
cool,
It
cool.
is a federal law.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey, there are no rules when now Trump. So yeah.
So yeah, that was what we were talking about, and we were talking about alternate universes, and
Which
we
both
were talking about
believe in.
which we were talking about. We broke up one time,
Mhm.
and I was thinking about, like, as I'm listening to the book, I would think about, oh my God, I remember that time me and O'Day broke up, and it happened like 3 times actually.
Okay.
It did. Oh my God. Okay, the first time O'Day lived in a different town.
Yeah.
He didn't live in Perth Amboy. He lived.
One town over, technically.
I
One or
mean,
2 towns over. Yeah.
It was like a 15
Over a
minute
bridge.
drive.
I lived over a bridge.
Over a bridge, but it was like deep into that town. It
Yeah.
wasn't like over the bridge and bam, he's there. So O'Day, one time, it was like random Saturday morning. It was like the crack of dawn, literally, like 7:30 in the morning.
Mhm.
Why am I even up at that time? I had no reason to be awake. I was at the light.
Probably doing a walk of shame or a drive of shame.
No, I was going somewhere.
No.
I was at the light, and I look over, and it's O'Day in his car, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, what's he doing here?" So annoying. And then another time, I was driving to the mall, and I look in my rearview mirror, and it's O'Day behind me, but not like the car directly behind me. He was like a car behind the person behind me.
I was gonna
And
say
like,
I was gonna
what
say a
the
stalking
hell?
joke for you, but that sounds like I'm stalking you. That part.
Yeah. Well,
I'm purposely 2 cars behind, tailing you.
No. There was like traffic. There was like random traffic.
I was going to the mall that day.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
going to the mall, and there was random traffic. I wasn't even going to the mall, but I had to go that way, and O'Day was the 2 cars behind me, and then I asked you to pull over, and we argued, and then
No, we didn't argue.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't argue.
You
You got in a car and apologized for something.
then you started yelling.
No, I think I
Yes,
no,
you did,
no,
bro. You asked me to get out your car
yeah.
in a very loud voice.
I wanted to make sure you heard me.
I was sitting right next to you. Anyways,
which actually,
and then the third time, hold on, let me say this.
Go
The
ahead.
third time, I was coming out of the bank, and you had just parked to go into the bank.
I don't recall this one.
Yes, I do, because you were going
I'm
to
saying,
New York City.
I just don't recall this one.
Oh,
that's all.
you were going to New York City, and I remember like texting.
Did I
like,
see you?
I don't know if you saw me, but
Okay,
I saw
now
you.
it's creepy. Now you were stalking. 'Cause I don't even remember this one.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, so where are you going? And you're like, why?
Stay at my damn business.
And I was like, well, when did you ever have
Trash
to take
woman.
out money? And I guess like you were going to go. It's gonna come to me, but you were gonna go do something in New York City. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Probably had a hot date. I was living in Sayville. Probably did have a date.
You probably did have a date.
So I was living in Sayville. I was going to New York. Yeah. Continue.
I don't like this little joke, O'Day. You're starting to piss
It's not a
me
joke.
off.
I'm actually thinking what I could have been doing. But go ahead.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a date because you eventually told me.
What was it?
I don't remember, but I said it's gonna come to me.
Probably
If I keep
lied.
thinking about it. You wouldn't lie. Why would you lie about not going on a date, but we're broken up?
Because you're petty.
How would I be petty?
Let me count the ways.
How would I be petty?
maybe-
You're petty. You would have been like, I'm on a date. You need to leave me alone.
I would have sent you a picture of like me and the person. Like, leave me alone. Busy.
Well, you didn't, so that's how I know you weren't on a
Hashtag
date. Anyways,
holding hands.
so we just kept running into each other at these like random ass places
Yeah.
while we were broken up.
Stalking me.
I was not stalking you.
Sounds like you were.
No, it sounds like you were stalking me, driving behind me, a car behind.
You're the one who said, I don't even be up this early, but you purposely woke up early to.
I was at the red light and I looked over and it was you.
How long were you at that red light hoping I would drive by? That's just
you're
trash.
pathetic. Anyways, so that's what I was thinking. Like, oh my God, it was like the world was trying to shove us back together when we weren't together.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What grinds your gears, Vicky?
Oh, oh! I'm so ready for this response. You know what? I don't even have to go get my paper.
So
I went and wrote my response to what you said last
for
week.
those who did not listen last week, we introduced our new closing segment. Every week we're gonna add some. I need to add like an introduction for this segment, like some audio for it. And then, you know what? Yeah, because we'll throw the audio in right after we ask each other what grinds your gears, whatever.
Okay.
Is that the name we're going with? What grinds your gears?
Yeah.
Okay. Or what grinds your gears about me? Or what grinds your gears about you? There goes the you, me, whatever. We'll add that in there somehow. And in this segment, each individual gets to speak their mind and let the other person know something, a characteristic, something that this person does, something that this person probably recently did that grinds their gears, that annoys them. So I will tell Vicky, hey, here's something that you do or did that annoys me. Vicky will say the same. The one rule is, in that moment, you cannot respond. You can't respond until the next episode. So what we're gonna do first.
And the response is limited.
It's limited to.
No. The response is not limited. Your response to my response is a 30-second.
No.
Play back.
No. I'm saying to add to that. Let's tweak that. My response. Honestly, my response. I can't have a response. I had my moment of being able to talk while you couldn't.
You're right.
So you're gonna respond to what I said.
You're
and
right.
my item.
Did I even give you a what grinds my gears last week?
Yeah, you did.
What did I say? I don't
worry
even
about it.
remember.
We'll get to it. My thing to Vicky.
You're gonna play it back?
Yeah. We'll add it. We'll add it in.
Okay.
So here is what I said to Vicky. Here's what I told Vicky grinds my gears about something that she does that grinds my gears. Okay. I hate when we are going somewhere. You're getting ready, and you get in the car, and then we get in the car. I'm there. I'm ready. I'm set. My face is beat. I'm ready to go. Hair did, and you're in the car, and the whole drive there is you getting your makeup, cologne. You're doing your makeup, getting everything done. In my head, I'm always like, if this was us dating, early stages, you wouldn't have done that. You would be ready when we're ready to go. If I came to pick you up, you'd be ready. No. Again, I know this is minor and petty, but it bothers me every time.
Wow.
I always think to,
that you just came at my neck.
Yeah. So that's what I told Vicky. I had some people comment, go ahead, King, speak your truth.
Who?
One of your Anthony.
Oh, really?
One of your cousins was like, "Yo, you right? Tell him how it is."
That's why he's not invited.
I stick to what I said, and I would appreciate if you kind of put in that same effort that you used to back in the day, and not have me sitting there inhaling all of your perfume.
I sprayed in the car once.
Whoa, no. Once?
It smells good.
Yo, your math and my math is different.
Yeah, because you don't know how to do math.
My math is horrible. And I know it was more than once. But anyways, and Vicky, first, okay, let's give you your opportunity to respond, and then we'll go into what you mentioned that grinded your gear.
Oh,
and
so I'm gonna respond, and then you're gonna play my part?
I will light you up.
Why would you light me up? To what I said?
Yeah, I don't have a bad response. Don't worry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Here's my response to what you said.
And I can't talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go right.
Now I'm starting to remember what I said because you were doing that same stupid pose.
Go right ahead.
Okay. My response is that I am a little taken back by that. Simply because... Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something. That's why I had to pause.
I was going to say that should be the rule. You got to move the mic away so you can't even do the
I could still do that without the mic.
Well, the mic has to be moved away.
Okay. So my response to that is that back then I'm trying to, what's the nicest way? Do I have to be nice about it, or can I just tell you like straight up?
You talk your ish,
okay,
queen.
Okay.
Speak your truth, queen. Know your worth, queen.
Okay. Thank you. So my response is, why would I put in effort when you never give me a compliment? You don't give me any compliments. So why am I gonna go out of my way to put all this in like I used to before, and at least you would tell me I look nice, and you would like be how do you say that? What's the word when you are a PDA? You would like hold my hand. You would randomly give me a kiss. I would just catch you looking at me. Now you don't do any of that. You don't do any of that. So what's the point of getting ready and looking pretty if you give zero acknowledgement? So if you're gonna give zero acknowledgement, then why I still gotta put in 100%? You don't. So, and actually the main person that compliments the other here, and let's keep it 100 all day. Who gives more compliments around here?
Oh, I can't talk. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll talk for you. It's me. I always compliment you. Always compliment you. You're not even fully dressed yet, and I'll be like, you look really nice. I compliment you all the time, and not just when you're getting ready to go to like a wedding or whatever. I randomly compliment you, and you don't do any of that. So if you don't do that. So why would I go out of my way to be like, oh, I want my man to see me looking mad good? Like, no. Okay. How I look on my off days, and whether I look dressed up, there's one thing that is for certain all the time, every day, no matter what, is that O'Day will never give me a compliment, a side look that I look nice, an acknowledgement of no sorts.
Okay.
And that's my response.
Is you done? Or is y'all finished?
I'm good.
I think I want to go back now on that rule and say we should get 10 seconds to respond.
Yeah, the rule was that we would get 30 seconds to respond to what the person is saying.
Okay.
30 seconds.
It's not enough, but we can't go into too much detail. But we both know, like you said, I was the one who would shower you with compliments. I just said that. I know. And you know what? I will relinquish my time by asking you, what was your response when I would do that for years? How did you respond to me showering you with compliments, with PDA, what was your response? The mic's right. I'll turn your volume up if you want.
This is not my time to talk. These are your 30 seconds.
What?
Oh, actually, they went out. They're already done.
I am done.
Yeah, they're done anyway.
I will leave it at that. And if you guys want to know more, DM me. I'll tell you what her response used to be.
Don't DM him. DM the Yumi Read Podcast Instagram and let us know if you'd like us to elaborate on this. And we will. Episode
50, when we do a live episode.
Okay.
We'll let you guys can ask us for the live episode. So we'll let you guys tell us what are some things that we probably touched on but never elaborated on that you want us to kind of talk about at the live episode, which is the online live episode, whatever, episode 50.
Yeah.
So Vicky, with that said, now we have to do my response to you saying what grinded your gears.
Okay.
And you said.
So what was grinding my gears was how O'Day would knock out, and his thing is that he's always tired, which we talked about on a podcast. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, you're always tired. Like, that's not normal to be that tired all the time.
I work hard.
Yo, you are not doing physical labor, bro. That's not, no. Like, the way you're tired is if you were in a, like,
Vicky, I work with Mary. O'Day. Have you met Mary? She is draining.
Are you serious?
I'm joking.
Wow.
I'm messing with her because I'm going to show her this clip.
You work, like, you come home, like, you were digging out, like, a passageway through a mountain. Like you were just, like, going in all day. Like, that's how you think you work.
You know how hard
it's like physical labor, bro.
Student affairs is.
It shouldn't drain you from existing outside of the job.
So, can I go now?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So, my response to that was, I acknowledge it. I am tired a lot. I do, you know what? No, I'll be the bigger man. Like you said, Vicky, I do acknowledge it. And yeah, I work hard a lot. I work today was a prime example. I can't even say what I did today because then people will be like, "That's what you do sometimes." Um, Screw being.
Speak your truth,
No,
sis.
you're right. You're right. I feel you are inconsiderate sometimes of just how hard it is that I work. I have a trash schedule because of the things that I do. So yes, there are times when my body just crashes. No matter what the day or time, no matter if my alarm is on or off, I am up at like 5, whatever. I know you sometimes 5 or 4. You sometimes talk a lot about how you have trouble sleeping. I don't talk much about me sleeping because are you gonna yawn while I talk? I don't add to that. I'm just like, you know what? She can go ahead and think she has the worst sleeping habit, whatever. I know because that's whatever. I sleep. My sleeping habits are horrible. I wake up probably on the hour, every hour for years, for the longest. I do not sleep through the night. I do not sleep for an hour or 2 straight, except when my body literally crashes and says, "You could want to keep going, but no." So I am a lot of times I'm always tired because I push myself way too much. I will continue to work on that, but I would also like for you to be considerate of that and when I say you're inconsiderate sometimes, I do feel like Vicky, well, she said it, she has an issue with me just napping sometimes. So the same respect I would give her when she naps, I do not get it. I'll try to nap and Vicky will be like, "Oh, day, this light switch needs to be turned on. Can you wake up and turn it on for me?" I'm exaggerating, but that's the extreme that it gets to sometimes. Something similar. I could be knocked out after a 25-hour work day, DJing and working, and Vicky will wake me up from my passed out slumber to kill a spider that got in the house. These are facts. Get away from the mic. You now have 15 seconds to respond.
Why do I have 15?
30 seconds starting now.
Okay, my response is that I'm not saying that you can't be tired. I'm saying that the same amount of effort that you exert at work, I'm only asking for a quarter of that towards us and the other quarter towards the family. Just 50%. Just give me half of what you do at work. Give me half of the energy that you take to work. And by half, I mean 25% for me and 25% for the unit. That's it. But you give me 0 right now.
Okay. With that said,
that's my response.
I'll let you start this week with what grinds your gears about me. And I will not comment. And then I will tell you what grinds my gears.
You're really annoying.
Which kind of touches on last week's. But go ahead.
Okay. Mine is. It's really dumb. It is and it isn't. Okay. Mine is. It's petty, is what it is. I really don't like. Okay, what grinds my gears about you all day is how you leave cabinet doors open after you take something out.
Okay.
This is all in one because it's about the kitchen. You leave cabinet doors open. You will use all the glass cups to drink like splashes of juice in them. And then wonder why they break. We wonder why we have sets of like 3 and 4 instead of 6. And it really grinds my gears when you're putting dishes away and it's like you purposely try to not know where things go or the order that they were when you were taking the plates out to use them. It's like it misses you and you always put things in the wrong way. And it drives me crazy because it's stuff that clearly it does not go there. It's like you don't even bother to look. You just shove it somewhere. It was stuff from the kitchen. So those are the things that lately have been like, oh my God, all day.
I'm trying to see how many words my response next week will be. I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm just going to keep it at that 9 words. Okay. So, Vicky, what grinds my gears, and maybe you have no control over this. I know for a fact you don't have control over this, but Vicky, for my sake,
If you say something stupid all day,
It's not stupid. It's actually a serious thing.
if you say something to embarrass me,
This is not going to be. It's not embarrassing. It shouldn't be embarrassing. It's something I am telling you grinds my gears, and for my
I have
sake,
an idea.
for my son's sake, to honest,
Oh
for
my
your
goodness,
sake,
I
even for
already
our
know.
dog's sake, Vicky, I need you to work on your inside voice.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that.
No, I'm not even. Okay, all jokes aside,
Okay,
Vicky,
wait.
Vicky. No. What are the rules, Vicky? All jokes aside, I get the whole joke. Oh, Dominicans they loud, but
No,
Vicky,
no. I know what you're
do
gonna
not
say.
talk. But Vicky, lately, but this isn't just lately. This is just like this is a long time. You gotta work. You gotta not even work on. I need you to establish an inside voice. I'm not saying establish a whisper. Establish a voice for when you're inside. Establish a voice for when I am literally less than a yard away. A yard? Yeah. When I'm inches away from you. The voice you talk to me with when I'm an inch away from you should not be the same voice you talk to me if I'm 10 feet away from you in a club next to some big bass speakers. But it is. You use the same voice. I need you to and then you will use your, I would say outside voice, but your voice at certain hours of the day that it's just not, it doesn't help me being tired. So I need you to work on your inside voice because, girl, you loud. Like loud. You will come home at like 2 a.m. Like the other day, I think you came home like, hey, he's still up? Hey! Vicky. I cringe sometimes when you be so loud. I'll be right next to you. Fam. Where is the speaker? 'Cause that's the only way you could be that loud. You got a lapel microphone hidden and a speaker coming out your back. Fam. Do you hear how I'm talking right now? That's an inside voice. We'll be in the car and fam, I'm like, yo, we're in closed quarters right now. Why are you yelling? I need you to establish an ASMR voice whenever you talk to me. I need you to always talk to me like this, okay?
Where's that speaker?
What speaker?
Don't they use that for ASMR?
A speaker?
That.
Oh,
Bubble.
it's behind. No,
Oh yeah, right there.
They don't use one of these. They be like, oh.
I don't know.
And they eat lobster and crab.
Ooh.
What it called?
Mukbang.
Like say it like that.
Because that's how it is.
Okay. So yeah, that's it. Shut your mouth. Do not comment.
I just wanted to say I want some crab legs.
We haven't done it in a while. We haven't plugged any friends or anything like that.
We plugged one last week.
Who?
Jessica.
Oh, okay.
And Precious Bartending LLC.
I would like to shout out two good friends of mine, Davon and Deja. They have their Black Love _ it's Love with 2 E's. That's why I couldn't find it. Their Black Love _ YouTube channel, and they have an Instagram page. So it's Black Love, BLACKLOVEE _ Check them out. Just the first episode alone, I was watching it, and like 2 minutes in, I was cracking up. So shout out to them. Good friends of mine. Davon, a very talented make party individual. And that's it. Anything you want to leave the people with? Vickiana?
No.
Shh. A little quieter.
Can you stop?
Can you stop?
No.
This has been another episode of the You, Me, We podcast.